I used to live in a world of shadows, haunted by the ghosts of what could have been. I'd watch the days bleed into one another, each one a carbon copy of the last. Time, it seemed, was both an endless ocean and a grain of sand slipping through my fingers, all at once. I was a spectator in my own life, standing on the sidelines, watching others take the leaps I was too afraid to even consider. Every opportunity felt like a train pulling into the station. I'd see it, I'd hear the whistle, I'd even feel the ground shake as it arrived. But I'd just stand there, ticket in hand, paralyzed by a fear I couldn't name. The fear of failure, maybe? Or was it the fear of success? I don't know. All I know is that the doors would close, the train would pull away, and I'd be left standing on the platform, alone with the echoing sound of my own inaction. I built a comfortable prison out of hesitation. Maybe tomorrow, I'd tell myself, the timing isn't right. I need to be more prepared. These weren't reasons. They were excuses, bricks in the wall I was building around myself. And with every brick, the world outside grew a little more distant, a little more muted. The vibrant colors of life faded into a dull, monochrome film noir. And I was the star of a tragedy I was writing myself. I watched friends chase their passions. I saw colleagues get promotions. I saw strangers on the street laughing, living, connecting. And I felt a profound sense of disconnection, like I was watching it all through a thick pane of glass. The world was moving forward, a relentless current, and I was caught in a stagnant eddy, spinning in circles of regret. The weight of all the what-ifs became a physical burden, a heavy shadow that clung to me, pressing down on my shoulders, making it hard to even stand up straight. Living with regret is like carrying a backpack full of stones. With every missed chance, you add another one. At first, you barely notice the weight, but over time, it becomes unbearable. It slows you down, exhausts you, and eventually, it can bring you to your knees. My past wasn't just behind me, it was all around me, a fog of missed moments and unspoken words. I was drowning in the sea of yesterday. Then one day, something shifted. Maybe it was seeing my own tired reflection in the mirror one too many times. Maybe it was the realization that someday is a mythical land that no one has ever found on a map. Or maybe I just got tired, so profoundly tired of the weight, of the shadows, of the endless, silent film of my own life. I realized that regret is a choice. It's the story you choose to tell yourself about the past. And if I could choose regret, then I could also choose something else. I chose discipline. It wasn't a lightning strike moment. There was no grand revelation or dramatic movie scene. It was a quiet, almost reluctant decision. It was the choice to set my alarm for an hour earlier, and then the even harder choice to actually get out of bed when it rang. It was the choice to lace up my running shoes and step out into the cold, pre-dawn air, even when every fiber of my being screamed for the warmth of my blankets. The first few days were brutal. My muscles ached. My mind screamed for me to quit, to go back to the comfort of inaction. The old habits were like a powerful undertow, trying to pull me back into the familiar abyss. But for the first time, I fought back. Each step I ran, each rep I lifted in the solitary quiet of my garage was a small rebellion. It was me telling the ghost of my past, not today. Discipline isn't about motivation. Motivation is a fleeting, unreliable friend. It comes and goes like the weather. Discipline is its stoic, dependable cousin. It's showing up when you don't feel like it. It's doing the hard thing, the boring thing, the uncomfortable thing, over and over again, until it becomes a part of who you are. It's a promise you make to your future self. I started applying this to every corner of my life. I stayed late at work, not because someone told me to, but because I wanted to master my craft. I put in the extra hours, poring over details, pushing past good enough to strive for excellence. The work itself became the reward, the act of creation, of solving problems, of building something tangible, started to chip away at the formless, heavy mass of regret. I began walking with purpose. No more aimless shuffling. My steps became deliberate. My gaze shifted from the pavement in front of me to the horizon ahead. I started to notice things again, the way the light filtered through the leaves, the intricate patterns of a spider's web, the genuine smile of a stranger. It was as if my senses were waking up from a long hibernation. The symbolism wasn't lost on me. As I moved, as I acted, the heavy shadows that had once pressed down on me began to recede. The oppressive, muted tones of my world started to shift. Slowly, almost imperceptibly at first, colors began to seep back in. The gray started to give way to a soft blue, then a warm gold. The noir film was ending, and a new picture was beginning, one with clearer light and sharper focus. This journey wasn't about erasing the past. You can't. The missed chances are still there, part of my story. The difference is, they are no longer the anchor weighing me down. They are the lessons that forged my resolve. They are the scars that remind me of the price of inaction. The pain of discipline, I learn, is temporary. It's the soreness after a workout, a sign of growth. But the pain of regret, that's a chronic illness. It lingers, it festers, it poisons the present. Now, I find peace in the effort. The quiet moments are no longer filled with the loud echoes of what if. They are filled with a calm sense of accomplishment, the satisfaction of knowing I gave the day my all. I've stopped watching the trains go by. I am now the one laying the tracks. Today, I can stand still, and it's a different kind of stillness. It's not the paralysis of fear anymore. It's the calm of a man who has made his choice. I chose action over apathy. I chose effort over excuses. I chose the path of discipline over the swamp of regret. The shadows haven't vanished completely, but they no longer own me. I can see them, acknowledge them, and then turn my face toward the light. Because I finally understand that the future is not something you wait for. It's something you build, one disciplined day at a time. Thank you for watching. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more reflections on growth and self-discovery. Take care.